Morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Ankush here from Alif Consulting. Welcome back in our partner enablement video series. In today's video, we will be going to talk about how to design, build, and operate a DevSecOps in Azure. Well, here is the agenda of our video. So we're going to understand what is DevSecOps is, what are the principle, how the flow looks like, what are the best practices, and then I will be going to walk you through with one of the reference architectures and the considerations and process for releasing and doing the orchestration, and at the end I will be going to cover what are the cost association is going to be there when you are planning for DevSecOps. Now let's quickly jump to the introduction. So DevSecOps stand for Development, Security and Operation. It's an approach to culture, automation and platform design that integrates security as a shared responsibility through the entire IT cycle. So we know what is the DevOps is, right? So DevOps is the responsibility of enabling the end-to-end life cycle management for the application, where DevSecOps is a kind of addition where a security is going to be inbuilt it, and security is going to be integrated with the DevOps as a shared responsibility throughout the entire life cycle management. Well, principle of DevSecOps, automation security in integrated to fail quickly, no false alarms, build security campaigns, keep operational visibility. So these are the principle of DevSecOps. How the workflow look like, right? So as we know that the simple workflow basically which is in the DevOps is it's kind of how you build the code, how you test it, how you release it, how you deploy it, how you monitor and operate the environment with the dev. But with the DevSecOps there is a new addition, like how exactly you are integrating your security with your overall DevOps lifecycle management, right? So like planning for threat modeling policies, planning for penetration testings, doing the compliance validations, doing the thread analytics there. That something is got included with the DevSecOps, and this is a complete cycle basically which work hand to hand together in the DevSecOps workflow. So in the right side in the diagram, you can see everything start from the code and then build. Then in the testing, you're going to have a penetration testing. You will be going to release it. Then the audit is going to be there. Then thread analytics is going to be there when the operations monitor operation when the application move into the operate section. Then monitoring, detection, response are something which is going to be there and integrated with threat intelligence. And then at the end you will be going to have your threat modeling policies get enabled by having the monitoring and the compliance validation on top of your deployment. So that's how your end-to-end DevSecOps get integrated with your DevOps. The best practices, yep, there are a few best practices which you need to follow while designing the DevSecOps. Automation is good. So DevOps is all about speed of the delivery, and it does not need to be compromised just because you are adding the security to be mixed. By embedding the automated security control and test earlier in the development cycle, you can ensure the fast delivery of application by having the best security policies or compliances in place by having which is required by the organization or the application. Use the DevSec OS for efficiency. You are only adding the security to your workflow by using the tools that you can scan the code or you write it or you can find the security issues earlier. Carry out the threat modeling. The threat modeling exercise can help you to discover the vulnerabilities of your assets and plugs any gaps in the security controls. Azure Sentinel can help you to identify the risks event occur across your infrastructure to build the necessary protection into the DevSec OS flow. Well, here is your reference architecture looks like. So you can see you can have your codes uploaded into the GitHub, or maybe you can have code uploaded on the Azure repo, and then that there from there you can have your pipeline integrated, and you can have all your codes pushed to the container registry, and from there the image can be pulled on the AKS, and then you will see that there is the Azure policies, Azure key vaults, and the defender is there, which is providing you the end-to-end security. And then you have the Azure monitor, basically, which is monitoring all the environments and providing the alerts according to the severity has been configured there. So the components, yep, there are a few components. Azure Active Directory provides you the identity and access management service for your organization, allowing the control over the access to the resources inside the Azure, GitHub Enterprise, and Azure DevOps. Source code is hosted on the GitHub Enterprise, where developer can collaborate within your organization and the open source communities. Use Azure boards to plan the work and track its progress. Azure Pipeline is a service that provides the CI/CD jobs. Host your Docker container image in container registry. This service include the container image scan with the integrated with the Microsoft Defender for Cloud. So the registry which you are creating that already have integrated with Microsoft Defender for Cloud, and that's something you can have and have it integrated by default when your registry is get created. So in this case, what is going to be happen, as soon as any images get uploaded, that will be get scanned through the Microsoft Defender for Cloud. Azure Kubernetes Service offer a Kubernetes cluster that is fully managed by Azure to ensure availability and security of your infrastructure. Terraform is a third-party product developed by HashiCorp that allow infrastructure automation on the Azure as well as the other environments as well. So these are the component basically which is there in the reference architecture. But in your real environment, when you design the Azure DevSecOps, you might be having a different component, right? You might be having the Sentinel integrated with your PDR, uh, promptive response and detect and respond. Or maybe you might be having the Microsoft Defender for Cloud integrated with all of your services to have the DevSecOps. Or for any kind of vulnerabilities, you might be using the Microsoft Defender for infrastructure vulnerabilities and fixing them according to the vulnerabilities has been there into the security center. A part of that, there is the Azure Policy, which allow you to create, assign, and manage the policies. You can enforce your policy or your compliances as per your business requirement. Uh, you can use the key vault to store your credentials, connection string, token, and other secrets. Azure Cosmos DB is a globally distributed multimodal database service that is a fully managed and capable with all the multiple APIs, including MongoDBs and SQL and Concentra. Azure Application Gateway is a layer 7 load balancer with advanced routing rules and the WAF. Using the Azure Monitor let you get insight on the availability and the performance of your application on infrastructure. It's also give you the access to a single signals to monitor your solution health and support abnormal activities. Using Azure Ready B2C, you can provide the identity services to consumer of your application, and even if they are not part of your organization. So B2C is kind of business to consumer, where you can give the access to your application to all the person who are not even your part of your organizations, right? They can come into the application, they can register themselves and can access the application directly from the portal. Well, that's it in this video. I hope you like this video. If you like, please click on like and subscribe for more upcoming videos, and feel free to reach us if you have any questions. Thank you.